Welcome to Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings. As tonight the Giants lose to the Nationals 3-1. Finally, we get a game after a rain out last night and a rain delay today. So we have Saturday night edition of Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings. You can follow me at robiman@twitter.com. Yeah, the Giants did lose to the Nats tonight. That was not the important thing tonight. What really hurt was what was painful about tonight's game is, and I don't like Bryce Harper. I've never really been a fan of Bryce Harper. But running to first, he extends his knee, and is very likely has a torn ACL and possibly a PCL, and that could possibly cost him the season. And this couldn't happen at a more worst possible time than now for him. Good news for the Nationals, though, is that I think they have the pitching to weather a long-term injury from Bryce Harper. So see how they move on. They could also maybe go and look at claiming somebody out, make a waiver trade for another outfielder if worse comes to worse, or hopefully Adam Eaton could come back soon. Maybe one option might be to make a waiver claim for, say, Rajai Davis. Could be one option. Maybe Rajai Davis would be one viable option. Another option could be Jose Bautista from Toronto is another possibility for a waiver trade for a rental over there. We'll see what happens if they decide to go after a rental. But what was sad is some of these people on Facebook tonight, after the injury happened, was cheering and gloating about the injury. And even though, like I said, I've never been a fan of Harper. He's a bit of a hothead. But you really don't want. That's just poor sportsmanship. You really don't want to wish that ill will on somebody, even if they are your worst enemy. I'm really disappointed with some of the Giants fans tonight who celebrated this injury. There's really no need to be celebrating an injury like that, and it's just poor sportsmanship. And some of these people on Facebook should be ashamed of themselves for what they posted tonight. It's not. I mean, we don't like Harper, but we don't want to wish ill will like that. We really don't. And it's just very selfish of these fans who did post this shit, and it's just gotta use better judgment. But back to the game, Edwin Jackson continued his dominance against the Giants. Six innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. So, and Jackson's actually had a decent year for the Nationals, so he could be somebody who could probably pitch out of the bullpen here come the postseason for the Nationals, since the fourth guy would likely be Tanner Roark at this point. There's other bright spots. Jordan Zimmerman 2 for 3 in this game. Wilmer Defoe 2 for 4. So there's other players that could likely help pick up the slack, and then you got Adam Lynn 3 for 3. So there's going to be there's players that can rally around this injury for the time being. I don't think it's the end of the world for the Nationals. So I think they're going to be fine. And Ryder Jones 1 for 3. Almost everybody had a hit in this game. And Joe Panic with the only home run in this game, the only run for the Giants. And Samardzija pretty much spared the bullpen tonight. 3 earned runs, 6 innings pitched. Not too bad on a humid night in D.C. And then also Mark Melancon was activated off the disabled list today, so that was also some good news there. So, and he's not going to be going back to closing games yet. They're going to ease him back in and let Sam Dyson continue to take over as a closer. But you might see Melancon go into the setup role in the 8th inning, and you might see Hunter Strickland go. And also Gomez was placed on the disabled list today for and also the other change tonight was Hunter Pence dropped down to 7th in the lineup, so that was interesting seeing Hunter Pence bat 7th, and I don't think he's hit 7th in a very long time. So we'll see how that works out. And also after maybe tomorrow's game, if Span doesn't get any hits, you mold the idea of maybe giving Denard Span a rest day soon. Maybe give Gorkis Hernandez more time out there and left. Maybe give Gorkis Hernandez a start in center field. Who knows? And tomorrow will be interesting to see who's going to be the... Oh, we actually have a trade to announce, too. Jay Bruce was traded to the Cleveland Indians. For a player to be named later. And then the Brewers made a trade tonight. Brewers acquired Neil Walker from the Mets for a player to be named later, so maybe that will help the slumping Brewers here. And also, Ryan Howard was signed to a minor league contract by the Colorado Rockies today. So we'll see if Ryan Howard can find his swing. And those are your MLB transactions. See what the trade rumors are saying, but yeah, tomorrow with there being a doubleheader, it'll be a day-night doubleheader. We'll be on after the second game of the doubleheader, so there'll be no show for the first game. The second game will be on after the second show. And we'll see who will be the 26th pitcher called up, but I think it'll be Derek Law tomorrow. Since Derek Law has pitched better as of late, I wouldn't be surprised to see Derek Law get called up, and then now you're going to have a spot starter come in for Wednesday's game with Samardzija starting, so we'll see if it's either Matt Cain or Andrew Excuse me, Albert Suarez. I think it'll be Albert Suarez who gets a spot start here. Let's go around the league with other scores. The Blue Jays beat the Pirates 7-2. Your winning pitcher was Trevor Williams. Your winning pitcher was Chris Rowley. Josh Bell, 2 for 3 for the Pirates today. Rob Refsnyder, 3 for 4 for the Blue Jays. Joaquin Benoit, 3 runs, 1 earned, and 1 inning pitch for Pittsburgh. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 10-5. Your winning pitcher, Drew Pomeranz. Your losing pitcher, Luis Severino. And Joseph Benintendi had 2 home runs off this game. Only downside for Boston was Robbie Scott gave up 2 earned runs in 1 inning pitched. Severino, 10 runs, 8 earned, and 4 1/3 innings pitched. And in the slugfest today, the Tigers beat the Twins 12-11. Your winning pitcher was Shane Green. Your losing pitcher was Matt Belisle. Shane Dozier, 3 for 6. And Jason Castro, 3 for 4 for Minnesota. Mike Matuk, 3 for 5. And also in this game, Miggy Cabrera left with an injury and might be heading to the disabled list with lower back tightness. So those are tricky right there. Jose Barrios, 6 earned runs and 3 1/3 innings pitched. And for Detroit, their starter wasn't any better. Jordan Zimmerman, 7 earned runs and 3 1/3 innings pitched. Dylan Gee, 3 earned runs and 3 innings pitched. And Belisle, 2 earned runs and 1/3 inning pitched. Trevor Hildenberger, 1 earned run and 2/3 innings pitched. And for Detroit, Edward Mujica, 3 earned runs and 1 1/3 innings pitched. The Indians beat the Rays 3-0. Your winning pitcher, Mike Clevenger. Your losing pitcher, Chris Archer. The Phillies beat the Mets 3-1. Your winning pitcher was Aaron Nola. Your losing pitcher, Steven Matz. And the Royals beat the White Sox 5-4. Your winning pitcher, Scott Alexander. Your losing pitcher was Aaron Bummer. Jose Abreu, 3 for 4 in this game for the White Sox with 2 home runs. Alexander, 1 earned run and 2/3 innings pitched. The Brewers beat the Reds in 10 innings 6-5. Your winning pitcher was Corey Nebel. Your losing pitcher was Tim Adelman. Brett Suter, 5 earned runs and 5 innings pitched. Scott Feldman, 3 earned runs and 4 innings pitched. The Marlins beat the Rockies 4-3. Your winning pitcher was Justin Nicolino. Your losing pitcher was Jeff Hoffman. Charlie Blackmon, 4 for 5 for the Rockies. Giancarlo Stanton, 3 for 4 for the Marlins. Christian Yelich, 2 for 3. And Stanton with his 41st home run of the season. And speaking of the Marlins, they were sold to Derek Jeter's group, so good riddance to Jeffrey Loria. And I think we'll see if Jeter can get fans in the seat in Miami who need to get fans in the seats. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Nolan Arenado ejected in the 7th inning for arguing. The Cardinals beat the Braves 6-5. Your winning pitcher, Carlos Martinez. Your losing pitcher was Lucas Sims. Freddie Freeman, 3 for 4 for the Braves. Paul DeJong, 2 for 3 for the Cardinals, with a home run in the game. Sims, 5 runs, 4 earned, and 5 1/3 innings pitched. Trevor Rosenthal, 2 unearned runs allowed. And now St. Louis is in a tie with Chicago for first place. The Rangers beat the Astros 8-3. Your winning pitcher, Tyson Ross. Your losing pitcher, Mike Fiers. And this is the Astros' 5th straight loss. Adrian Beltre, 3 for 4 in this game. Fiers, 6 earned runs and 4 innings pitched. Francis Martes, 2 earned runs and 1 inning pitched. The Diamondbacks beat the Cubs 6-2. Your winning pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Your losing pitcher, John Lester. Chris Bryant, 3 for 4 in this game for the Cubs. David Peralta, 3 for 5 for the D-backs. JD Martinez, 2 for 3. And Peralta had a home run in this game. The only downside was Fernando Rodney, 2 earned runs in 2/3 innings pitched. The Orioles clobbered the A's 12-5. Your winning pitcher, Dylan Bundy. Your losing pitcher, Sean Manaea. Tim Beckham, 4 for 5 in this game. Adam Jones, 3 for 5. Joey Rickard, 3 for 4. And for Oakland, Matt Chapman, 2 for 3. Miguel Castro, 2 earned runs and 2/3 innings pitched. And Manaea only survived 1/3 of an inning with 6 earned runs. 3rd bad start in a row. Wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe go to the bullpen after this game. Michael Brady pitched 5 1/3 innings. Daniel Colomb, 3 earned runs and 1 inning pitched. The Angels beat the Mariners 6-3. Your winning pitcher was Kenyon Middleton. Your losing pitcher was Tony Zik. Tony Zik. Gene Segura, 3 for 5 from this game for Seattle. Casey Lawrence, 2 earned runs and 1 inning pitched. Zik, 3 earned runs and 1 inning pitched for Seattle. And the LA Dodgers beat the Padres 6-3. Your winning pitcher, Tony Watson. Your losing pitcher, Chris Stamen. Chris Taylor, 2 for 3 in this game. Cody Bellinger, 3 for 3. And also hit his 34th home run of the game. Not a good night for the pen. Jose Torres, 2 earned runs without recording an out. And now if the season were to end today, Boston 4.5 game lead on New York, with the Yankees 2.5 in the wild card 1 slot. Cleveland 4.5 up on Minnesota. Minnesota and Kansas City half a game and 1 game back in the wild card. Houston's lead has shrunk to 12 games, with the Angels now holding the 2nd wild card as of tonight, and the Mariners 1 game back in the wild card. And Texas now 2.5 games back in the wild card for the AL. In the NL East, Washington still a comfortable lead. Chicago and St. Louis now tied for 1st in the NL Central. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh 2 and 3 games back, with the wild card tightening to 4.5 games, with Arizona and Colorado still holding the lead in the wild card race. And down on the farm tonight, the River Cats lose to the Salt Lake Bees 3-1. Your winning pitcher was Dielis Guerra. Your losing pitcher, Andrew Suarez, 2 earned runs and 8 in the 3rd innings pitched. And your probables for tomorrow's game are in tomorrow's doubleheader, you will have in the first game, you have Chris Stratton against A.J. Cole in the first game. The second game will be Matt Moore against Max Scherzer. And then after that, they go to Miami for 3. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in for this Saturday night edition of Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings. Together we're giant. Keep it orange, keep it black, keep it orange and black. Good night, everybody.